What's going on, Laker fans? Doug McCain here. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. For all latest Lakers news and rumors, be sure to subscribe to the Lakers 24A YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see us post even more Lakers content, smash that like button. And as always, I'm with your takes down below in the comment section. Today's Lakers 24A question of the day. What do you think is the Lakers' best starting lineup and their best closing lineup? Let me know down below in the comment section. And for all latest Lakers news, head over to alllakers.com. So what a big win for the Lakers the other night. Undermanned as they were, they beat the Miami Heat in overtime by a final score of 120-117. Russell Westbrook had some signature plays down the stretch. He ended the night going 25, 14 dimes, and 12 boards. Had the highest plus-minus of any of the starters at +10. He did have some bad shots. Of course, that three at the end to try to win it was not the best shot selection there, but he was setting guys up. You saw improved defense. He was closing out on shooters, had that big steal. He took that big charge. He did do a better job of contesting shots. It did look like he was committed to trying to increase that effort level, and that's what I wanted to see out of Russell Westbrook. So that was a very encouraging sight, and I do think he's starting to build chemistry with his new Lakers teammates. And as that chemistry goes up, the turnovers hopefully will go down. Still averaging over 5 turnovers per game, but I think he will cough it up less the more familiar he gets with his new Lakers teammates. Now, the lineup that changed everything for the Lakers in that big win was the lineup that featured Russell Westbrook, Avery Bradley, Malik Monk, Carmelo Anthony, and Anthony Davis. Yes, we have all talked about ad nauseum Anthony Davis and how he needs to play the 5. And before the season, AD had this to say about playing more center this season.
That was the expectation, and that was discussed, and I expect to play center. I'm not sure, what's going to happen. Me and Frank talked about it a couple of times. And that's the plan. Right now, nothing is set in stone, but we want to see what that looks like, and I'm comfortable with that. Obviously, there's times, where White or DJ, might get the start at center depending on games, but for the most part, I think the plan is to go with me playing center.
So I like to bring my facts to the fight, and the facts say that Anthony Davis is playing the center spot significantly more than he did last season. This year, he's playing the 5 63% of the time compared to 9% last year. And what is that doing? It's opening up some lanes for Russell Westbrook and penetrators. It allows the Lakers to play 5 out. It creates so much more spacing. Look, when Anthony Davis is at the 5, it's like that scene in Step Brothers when Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly, they build the bunk bed so they have more space for activities.
And here's the thing, it'll give us so much extra space in our room to do activities. So much
aerobics in here.
So many activities.
So that's exactly what this Lakers offense need. They need more space for activities, especially when you traded for a player like Russell Westbrook. He needs lanes so he can operate, so he can get to the rack and start cooking. And yes, there are some nice lobs between him and DeAndre Jordan early in games, but for the most part, they're packing the paint. There's just not enough space for him to do what he does. But I digress. We'll leave DeAndre Jordan alone for now. I actually don't think he'll end the year on this team. I think he'll get cut at some point this season. But now let's go back to focusing on the positives and the lineup we talked about earlier. Russ, Bradley, Monk, Melo, and AD. Let's dive into the numbers. They played 13 minutes together, had a defensive rating of 65.4. So if you're going to have Frank Vogel as your coach, you got to have players that are willing to execute his defensive schemes. And that was a much better effort by that 5. Now, from an offensive rating standpoint, that group combined to put up a 100 offensive rating. That'd be bottom 3 in the league. So as my grandma would say, that's nothing to write home about, but the big takeaway is the improved effort on defense. Russell Westbrook, Malik Monk, offensively, what he was able to do, he was just outstanding. He goes 10 for 13, 4 for 7 from 3. He had 27 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. He was outstanding, clutch shots. And then also Avery Bradley. Look, there was one point where he was in the conversation as one of the best perimeter defenders in the league, and you pair him with Anthony Davis. He made that game-saving block against the Hornets. He can make big defensive plays, whether he's at the 4 or the 5. And yes, wear and tear, like we said, is a factor when you're playing teams that have big physical centers. That's going to be something that you'll want to consider. And also, during the 2020 playoff run, that's where he was mainly playing at the 4, and he was fantastic. But he's a versatile player, and he's a guy that he's going to embrace playing the 5, especially if it means means getting the most out of Russell Westbrook. So I hope we see more of that lineup tonight. I think that is the Lakers' best lineup right now, especially with Austin Reeves out for longer than we had hoped with that hamstring. So look, you trade for Russell Westbrook and LeBron James goes down. So Russ, he's going to be the primary ball handler when he's out there. So you got to optimize the Brody. And by the way, happy birthday to the Brody who turns 34 today. But let me know down below in the comment section, what do you think is the Lakers' best lineup right now? Who would you start? Who would you close with? Let me know down below. My name is Doug McCain. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. For all latest Lakers news and rumors, be sure to subscribe to the Lakers 24/8 YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see us post even more Lakers content, smash that like button. And for all the latest Lakers news, head over to alllakers.com.